Good morning, everyone. Today is the first day of the three-day National League Conference conducted by the PG and Research Department of English of the MATHA College, KURAVILANGAD, in association with Mahatma Gandhi University, Kottayam, to commemorate 14 sports, literary and cultural icons born in 1921. I welcome each and every one of you to the centenary commemoration of a fabulous 14. Before we begin, let us pause for a moment and make a silent prayer. Now, I invite the coordinator of this e-conference, Mr. Subin Varghese, Assistant Professor in the Department of English, the MATHA College, to make the welcome speech.
Good morning, all of you. Our inaugurator is just coming, so we will wait for 2 minutes. He asked us to wait for 2 minutes. After that, we will start.
Good morning, Subin.
Good morning, Sumit. I'm happy to meet all of you here. It's long since we met, Sumit.
Yes. In fact, Anuradha is here in the campus. He's come to NBU for some official work.
Okay. So I'm just waiting for our Director of College Development Council of Mahatma Gandhi University to join us. He said he will join us in a couple of minutes. So I'm waiting for him to join. Yeah, he has joined. Prabhat sir, welcome. Babraj sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, sir. I invite the coordinator of this e-conference, Mr. Subin Varghese, Assistant Professor in the Department of English, the MATHA College, to make the welcome speech.
Thank you. The respected President of the function, Dr. Jason P. Jacob, Head of the Department of English, Chief Guest, Dr. P.T. Babraj, DCDC, Mahatma Gandhi University, Keynote Speaker, Dr. K.M. Sudhakaran, Honorable Syndicate Member, Principal Dr. Sunil C. Matthew, Father Jacob, that's sir of our college, Convener Dr. Fancy Paul, Renish Thomas, Sandra Lee Sebastian, dear colleagues and friends. It is indeed a proud moment for the Department of English to commemorate the luminaries born in the year 1921. To be frank, the idea behind this program came from a casual talk that I had with, I don't know how I call him, my mentor, my motivator, my brother, Mr. Shari Jacob K. of UC College, Alua. Actually, he is the man behind this conference. And in this conference, you may find that there are 12 sessions, and each session is handled by different persons. Actually, this is the result of an academic friendship, an academic fraternity, maybe like the Bloomsbury group of 1920s. We in India, we also have this. Actually, there is something called English in India. And then our fraternity that works out here. And our HOD, Dr. Jason B. Jacob, is also a part of this fraternity. And we are very happy that, this is the result of a friendship. The year 1921 stands unique since there are a lot of happenings in the cultural, historical, political fabric of the world. Academically, non-academically, or socially, progressively, a lot of ideas took place in this year. This year witnessed the birth of a lot of famous personalities whom we remember with gratitude and respect. They are beacon of hope for us. For example, Paulo Freire, R.K. Lakshman, Satyajit Ray, Raymond Williams, they are commemorated in this conference. This is not a simple fond memory that we go through in this conference, but the intellectual, political, historical, and social contributions these great personalities have made. I am sure that the coming 3 days will take you back in time and space to witness a fabulous 14. And this year, 1921, witnessed the foundation of two important institutions in India. Vishwabharati in West Bengal was established in December 1921, Tagore's Vishwabharati. And also in Kerala, before the foundation of Vishwabharati, there was an institution that was founded in June 8, 1921. It is none other than where my friend, mentor, motivator works, UC College, Alua. So that is again adds laurel to our commemoration of 1921. I am thankful to a lot of people in materializing this event, especially the resource persons, Baburaj sir, Directorate of Collegiate Education, Sudhakaran sir, Head of the Department, Jason sir, Principal Sunil sir, conveners, my colleagues, students and friends. And let me come to the duty first. First, let me welcome Dr. Jason B. Jacob, Head of the Department of English, who is a pillar of the department and also part of our fraternity. Welcome you, sir, Dr. Jason B. Jacob. Now let me invite Dr. P.T. Baburaj, Director, College Development Council, Mahatma Gandhi University. He encouraged me and was very much interested in the topic and granted us a collaboration with the university. In spite of the busy schedule, he found time to be with us. Welcome you, sir. Dr. K.M. Sudhakaran, syndicate member of Mahatma Gandhi University. He is a man of inspiration. He is a well-known academician, thinker, and above all, a sincere human being, a friend and motivator. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Subin. Thank you.
The principal of our college, he is a man who urges us to carry out more academic and non-academic activities in the college. When I approached him, along with the head of the department, with the proposal, he wholeheartedly offered all the help. I am sure that he will lead us into excellence. Welcome you, sir. Reverend Dr. Jacob Pandara Parambil, the bursar of the college. He's an academician and an voracious reader. He's a good teacher also. But right now he's doing non-academic duties. He's an voracious reader and an academician. And I welcome you, Father, to this function.
Thank you, Subin.
Dr. Sister Fancy Paul, the convener of the program. She is one of the backbones of this conference. She's very helpful, and I'm happy that you academically associate with her. Welcome, sister. And the multi-talented resource persons of this seminar, I welcome all of you. And I'm happy that all of you have readily agreed to be part of this program. Welcome all of you. And then my colleagues, friends, participants, students, everybody, I welcome all of you to this function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I invite Dr. Jason P. Jacob, the HOD of the Department of English, to make the presidential address.
Good morning, all. So, respected Principal Dr. Sunil C. Matthew, Chief Guest Dr. P.T. Baburaj, Syndicate Member Dr. K.M. Sudhagaran, Conference Coordinator Mr. Subin Verghese, our BESA Father Jacob Pandaraparambil, the conveners of the conference Dr. Sister Fancy Paul, Mr. Renish Thomas, Ms. Sandra Alice Sebastian, and experts handling various sessions, my dear colleagues, students, teachers, and all other participants. The conference, a centenary commemoration of a fabulous 14, is opening today. We are commemorating 14 stalwarts of 20th century who have left their unerasable footprints in the fields of literature, literary theory, cinema, education, arts, sports, and culture. The common factor that brings them together is that they were all born in 1921. 2021 is the 100th year since these Centum siblings were born. We have organized this conference of commemoration under the common umbrella of cultural studies. As we all know, cultural studies is an eclectic discipline capable of drawing material from various sources. Because of the same reason, it can offer a common platform for interdisciplinary discourses. Raymond Williams is a theorist in the field of cultural studies. Satyajit Ray is a filmmaker. Sugar Ray Robinson is a boxer and a dancer. Sahir Ludhianvi is a lyricist. Bimelkar, Alex Haley, and Wilson Harris are writers. John Rawls is a singer. R.K. Lakshman is a cartoonist. Mithi Freyan is a feminist thinker and an activist. Gabriel O'Hara is a poet and a novelist. Wayne C. Booth is a literary critic. Cyprian Equency is a story writer, and Paulo Freire is an educator and philosopher. When we bring these 14 from different walks of life on a single stage, we have before us what we call culture. That is the beauty of this conference, I think. By way of discussing them, we are discussing culture. Culture, not in the traditional sense of the word, but as a progressive and all-encompassing signifier that does not leave out anything that Homo sapiens do as social creatures. I'm not going to elaborate anyway. The experts who are handling the sessions will do that. I thank everyone who has worked behind this project, everyone who has become part of it, and hope that this conference will be an enlightening and refreshing experience to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, I invite Dr. P.T. Baburaj, DCDC, MC University, to make the inaugural address.
A very good morning to all the dignitaries who are assembled here, especially Principal Dr. Sunil C. Matthew, Keynote Address Dr. K.M. Sudhakaran, Member Syndicate of Indian University, President Address, Dr. Jason B. Jacob, Mr. Subin Varghese, and Dr. Jacob Pandara Parambil, and all dignitaries who are assembled here for this 3-day National E-Conference. I'm very happy to be here because this is first time I heard a conference related to the Fabulous 14, the centenary commemoration of a Fabulous 14, especially the famous intelligence personalities such as Raymond Williams, Gabriel Okara, Alex Haley, Satyajit Ray, and Wayne C. Booth, Betty Friedan, Paulo Freire, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Bimal Kaur, Cyprian Equency, Wilson Harris, John Ravis, R.K. Lishman, and Shahir Luthian. So these personalities having their own contributions in their field. When I was a student in school, I learned something about Satyajit Ray, his film, his schooling, and a brief history. Still, the memories, the Patanjali Padar Panchali, I remember the name of the film, which is a famous one and got a lot of appreciation in national and international level. So that kind of personalities is being assembled here for this 3 days program. This is a wonderful opportunity for those who can have get attending this meeting. So this Department of English, the HOD, and Mr. Subin Varghese, and you have done a very beautiful job because this is a very rare program being conducted in colleges and universities. I think even in the School of Letters is supposed to be the center of literature and arts in every university. Having not been conducted this kind of webinar or seminar or conferences earlier. So this is a wonderful time. So that when Mr. Subin Varghese, the coordinator, informed, sir, we would like to conduct a program on this topic with the support of MG University. So immediately I gave a reply. Sir, please, this is wonderful. You simply send a mail to the CDC. Sure, it is being sanctioned. So wonderful. If I get time, I will join the meeting. Otherwise, I feel like it is unlucky to me because this is the understanding these fellows, these wonderful giants, intellectuals in the world, their history, their contribution, their lifestyle, their interactions. So what are the struggles they are having during the periods of their success? Anyhow, when I go through this the brochure, so it is a wonderful one. The personalities also is taking classes, also attending, having a lot of information, experiences in the field of literature, teaching experiences, research experiences, and wide reading. Then only they can contribute or participate in this kind of webinars organized by their mother college, KURAVILANGAD. So I don't like to take your time, your valuable time. Dr. Sudhakaran, member of syndicate, is my close friend. My close friend means really close. Very, whatever the opinion I used to share with him, yes, he is immediately taking action. Even 3 days back, a very good decision, especially supporting the students for pursuing their education, higher education, whatever it may be. So I just told to my friend, Dr. K.M. Sudhakaran and his colleague, having taken a serious decision and support research scholar by pursuing her discontinued courses. Yes, this kind of behavior is having Dr. K.M. Sudhakaran. And he is also here to deliver the keynote address. Right, the right person here is Dr. K.M. Sudhakaran, and I appreciate him, his contributions. And I express my gratitude, especially Dr. K.M. Sudhakaran, because he can do a lot to the academic community. He is the syndicate member in academic activities. A lot of activities can generate him. Yes,
thank you, sir.
So, yes, welcome, sir. Because I've taken this opportunity to appreciate him because he is really a man having a lot of various qualities, etc. And also, Dr. Sunil C. Matthew, principal also here, and Sister Fancy Paul, convener also be here, and such a eminent personalities from various fields in the literature. So, on behalf of all the dignitaries assembled here, I declare this conference is inaugurated. Thank you, all the dignitaries once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now I invite Dr. K.M. Sudhakaran, member of Syndicate, MC University, to make the keynote address.
Thank you. A warm good morning to all. Respected Principal, my dear friend Baburaj sir, DCDC MG University, respected personalities in this conference, resource persons, my dear friend Subin, and other participants. Once again, I welcome you all in this seminar. It is indeed a proud moment, not only for the Department of English, DEVA MATHA College, but also for the larger academic community to be the part of entirely different academic endeavor. First of all, I would like to congratulate the organizers for their contribution in this academic discourse. Standing on the year of 2021, affected by the pandemic, the immense tie over the thinking over the past years have made us to look back into 100 years ago. When I remember the year from the socio-political historical perspective, the year stands unique in this year in which women's suffrage is attained in Sweden, Irish War of Independence in this year, in which the Communist Party of China is found, in this year in which Adolf Hitler became the Führer of Nazi Party. No wonder in this year in which the National Fascist Party founded in Italy. In the USA, Tulsa massacre took place in 1921. In this year itself, US and Germany signed the Treaty of Berlin, ending the war of first for the US. Treaty was known as the US didn't ratify the 1919 Treaty of Versailles due to concerns over the creation of the League of Nations. In this year, the Great Famine in Russia happened. There are a number of events took place that shook the world in 1921 in different levels. I have been just recollecting some of them from my memory. Here in this seminar, there have been a different perspective in introducing great personalities, those who are born in that year, that is in 1921. That is praiseworthy. Most of them are quite known to me through their literature. Now, I am trying to recollect their contribution and their critical engagement with society as a whole. Among those, since I belong to social science, first personality to come in my mind is John Rawls. He was a liberal, moral, political philosopher in America. His theory of justice is renowned and even relevant even today, where he explains justice as a fairness, recommends equals, basic liberties, equality of opportunity, and facilitates the maximum benefit at least to the advantaged members of the society. Disadvantaged, at least advantaged members of the society in case where inequality may occur. His military experience in US witnessed the traumatic scenes of violence and bloodshed. It was there that he lost his faith in Christianity and become an atheist. Still, that is quite even relevant even today. As you know, he became disillusioned with the military when he saw the aftermath of atomic bomb blasts at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He left his military service in 1946. His theory of justice takes out the task of equalizing the distribution of primary social goods to those least advantaged in society is relevant whenever the system of inequality prevails. In that respect, his thought and attitudes towards the society is most important for me among these scholars. Then next, the Paulo Freire, Brazilian educator and philosopher who was leading advocate of the critical pedagogy. His well-known work of Pedagogy of Oppressed was considered as one of the important foundational texts of the critical pedagogy movement. He strongly believed and stated that poverty and hunger severely affected his ability to learn. He stated, as quoted, "I didn't understand anything because of my hunger. I was not dumb. I was not lack of interest. My social condition didn't allow me to have an education." Quote was over. He emphasized that only education should allow the oppressed to regain their sense of humanity, in turn overcoming their conditions. Teachers and students must be aware of the politics that is surrounded education is most relevant in our Indian context. Next is Mithi Freyan, that you know is a famous feminist writer, activist, and a leading figure in the women's movement in US. Though her book, Feminine Mystique, is often credited with a sparking second wave of the American feminism in 20th century. There has been some debate on her work, Feminine Mystique, since its publication. There is no doubt that her work for equality for women was sincere and committed. Her engagement with the feminist movement in US is considered as one of the important milestones in the history of women's rights. No doubt, her work and her continuous engagement in social and political life of masses with a Marxist perspective gave Freyan a major role in the history of American feminism. She stood for gender equality rather than sexual rights. She also paved a new wave in the history of women's rights movement all over the world. Next is actually Raman Williams. He's a novelist, critic. His writings are significant contribution to the Marxist critique of culture and art. The cultural materialism in literary theory blended a theoretical understanding of the leftist culturalism through Marxist analysis. He was one of the founder of movement known as cultural materialism. He made important links with the debates in the feminist, peace, ecology movements, extended his position beyond what might be recognized as Marxism. In this seminar, there has been extensively discussed the contributions made by the different personalities in their respective fields of study. Why should I select the above mentioned personalities only because of their understanding on humanities and society is still relevant even today? Not only their Marxist leniency throughout their works and life showed their real social commitment to the poor, but also their understanding on class structure and its impact on social problems are still relevant even today. In the cultural routine of Kerala, two events need a special mentioning. One is Malabar Rebellion, that is Mappala Lehla, and the other one is the foundation of the Congress Party in Kerala. As you know, the rebellion was primarily a peasant revolt against the colonial government. Contemporary colonial administrators and modern historians differ markedly in their assessment of the incident, debating whether the revolts were triggered off by the religious fanaticism or agrarian grievances. Most of the contemporary evaluations on view of the rebellion as a national appeal against the colonial rule, and most of the important even concerning the political movement of the Malabar during the period. Though the rebellion has become controversial in present context, the importance of the event will not fade away from our memory. So for the time constraints, I'm trying to conclude my speech. I'm very much happy that the Mother College KURAVILANGAD is organizing such a wonderful program of some of the commemorate some of the luminaries who were born in 1921. It was a laudable practice to remember the past, because the past guides us and teaches a lot. Once again, I congratulate the organizers for this wonderful academic event. I wish all the success of the program. With these words, I conclude. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I invite our beloved principal, Dr. Sunil C. Matthew, to say the principal's message.
Dr. K.M. Sudhakaran, Honorable Member of Syndicate, Mahatma Gandhi University, Kottayam. Dr. P.T. Baburaj, the Honorable DCDC, Mahatma Gandhi University, Kottayam. Reverend Dr. Joel Jacob Pandaraparambil, the bursar of the college. Dr. Jason P. Jacob, Head of the Department of English. Mr. Subin Varghese, Coordinator of the conference. Dr. Sister Fancy Paul, Mr. Renish Thomas, Ms. Sandra Liz Sebastian, the conveners of the conference, respected faculty members, teachers from various institutions, research scholars, students, and dear participants. A very good morning to all of you. Languages provide us a world of possibilities. They cater to a person's need to express himself and to communicate to others. It's a medium that we need to talk about any other subject. The inseparability of language from human existence can be equated with the role of an English department in a college. They are the backbone of every college, part of every program, offering classes to every student who enrolls in the college. The Department of English of the Mother College is no exception. Ours is a department consisting of many young, vibrant, and dynamic teachers who contribute towards the progress of the college through their academic pursuits as well as innovative initiatives. Their unwavering enthusiasm towards exploring novel, underexplored vistas in the academic world is visible in the uniqueness of the topic that they have selected for this e-conference. It is planned in such a way as to commemorate 14 outstanding figures related to fields as diverse as literature, music, culture, philosophy, sports, and so on, all the 14 born in the year 1921. With this focus on these eminent personalities from various places and different cultural backgrounds, they try to trace the evolution of modernity as well as the history of many socio-cultural movements. I hereby appreciate the coordinator, Mr. Subin Varghese, conveners, Mr. Renish Thomas, Dr. Sister Fancy Paul, Ms. Sandra Liz Sebastian, Head of the Department, Dr. Jason P. Jacob, and all other faculty members of the department for this academic endeavor, for utilizing this pandemic period for academic enrichment by conducting such serious deliberations of this dimension. Also, being the principal of the Mother College, I am thankful to the Honorable Member of Syndicate, Dr. K.M. Sudhakaran, and the Honorable DCDC, Dr. P.T. Baburaj, for accepting our invitation to grace this occasion with their esteemed presence and majestic words. I am also thankful to all the resource persons who accepted our invitation to share their insight, experience, and scholarship with our participants. And I wish all the success to this e-conference and hope that all the participants would benefit from the deliberations that happen during the 3 days to follow. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Reverend Dr. Jacob Pandaraparambil, bursar, to make the felicitation.
Thank you, Elsa. Respected President of this inaugural ceremony, Dr. Jason P. Jacob, respected dignitaries and dear friends. I am really very glad to see you all on this auspicious occasion of commemoration of the fabulous 14, and I congratulate the PG and Research Department of English, DEVA College, KURAVILANGAD, for organizing this e-conference. A quote: "When to the sessions of sweet silent thought, I summon up remembrance of things past. But if the while I think on thee, all losses are restored and sorrows end." Unquote. Sings the Bard of Avon in his sonnet. Literature has got a fascination for the past, a nostalgic longing for that once upon a time. It is with this nostalgia, the postgraduate Department of English, DEVA College, KURAVILANGAD, in association with the School of Letters, Mahatma Gandhi University, is organizing this 3-day e-conference as a centenary commemoration of a fabulous 14. What makes this 14 fabulous is the way they remain as eternal resources of hope when we live in the best of times and worst of times. Let this conference take us back to that once upon a time. I know that you don't have much time to spare, and you all are eagerly waiting for the lectures of our invited guests. Once again, I take this opportunity to congratulate the organizers and wish this endeavor all the very success. I conclude. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father. Next, I invite Dr. Sister Fancy Paul, our convener.
A wonderful good morning to all. First of all, I thank Almighty God for making today's event such a great success. By His blessings and grace, we have been able to turn this event into what it has been. I would like to express my gratitude to all esteemed delegates of the webinar for their presence and contribution to make this webinar inauguration a great success. Department of English, DEVA College, is so delighted to host a 3-day national webinar commemorating the glorious year 1921. I can proudly say that it is a result of a collective, selfless hard work that we made it possible. On behalf of Department of English, DEVA College, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all those who have contributed both directly and indirectly to this program. I believe the celebration of this resource of hope will refresh our memory on the accomplishment made by this person who left indelible imprints in history. All on our way to this venture, we are very thankful to our HOD, Dr. Jason P. Jacob, who sincerely guided in organizing this conference. Thank you, sir. Our sincere gratitude, Dr. P.T. Babu Raj, sir, DCDC MC University, who spent his valuable time to grace the occasion by inaugurating this event. On behalf of Department of English, DEVA College, we thank you, sir. Our college is privileged to have Dr. K.M. Sudhakaran, sir, member of Syndicate, MG University, as our keynote speaker. Your valuable talk gave us a comprehensive overview of the subject. Thank you, sir, for your valuable address.
Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Our department is indebted to our principal, Dr. Sunil C. Matthew, sir, for his inspiration, support, and encouragement in organizing this conference. Thank you, sir, for your time and valuable words.
Thank you.
A special thanks to Reverend Dr. Jacob Pantaraparambil of Westra for his immense support, blessing, and valuable words. Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Sister Fancy.
I'm so proud of the energetic organizing committee who worked hard to achieve this dream. Special thanks to all the conveners and the department faculties in organizing committee, especially our coordinator, Mr. Subin Varghese, sir. Thank you, sir. My dear participants, thank you for being with us. Department of English, DEVA College, wish you all an enriching experience. Thank you all.
Thank you, sister. And now our inaugural ceremony is officially over. So let's relax for 5 minutes so that the speakers can get ready, and then we will begin our morning session.